up everyone, it's Mindless back again playing The Sims 4. I had an issue with my Sims save spot and had to start completely over, so I lost the Asylum challenge that I was working on. I don't really feel that upset about it because I didn't really do anything with it yet, so I will get back to that at a later time. But for now, I have been doing the Legacy Challenge, and I just realized that some of you probably want to see what's going on with that, and I haven't recorded in quite a while, so I am going to go through my Legacy Challenge so far. For anyone who doesn't know, the Legacy Challenge is on the Sims 4 forum. It has all the rules and everything. You have to have the biggest lot. You can only start with a small amount of money. I don't remember the exact dollar amount. And you pretty much have to build yourself up from nothing. So here I'm going into my screenshots so you can see where I started, because I am a few generations in. This is Autumn and Isaias. They are the first couple to have in here, and you can see I have like no real house, just furniture in the middle of the yard. This is Autumn when she's about to have the first baby. This is her baby getting married. And then the third generation getting married. So the idea is to start with just one person, have them meet someone and get married and have kids, and then you have to go through 10 generations and see how your legacy turns out. I kind of just made them all have the last name Legacy, and you can see here everyone who's been in the family. So there's Autumn and Isaias, and then Brendan and Bryce, and then Bonnie, and her husband, and then Claire and her husband and son, and then Destiny and her husband. I'm just decided, instead of doing all just 10 generations, I'm just gonna do every letter of the alphabet for each generation, so I will end up having 26 generations. You can see the birth certificate for each generation, and I'm making them all keep having kids until they have a girl, because the girls in The Sims keep the same last name and the boys don't. So when the boys become young adults, then I move them out of the house and just continue on with the girls. Now I'm just kind of wandering around the house showing you what I've done with it so far. I've had a couple creative Sims. I've only mastered one career, which was a painting career. The other one I got really close, and then my Sim died of old age right before they mastered the career. So that was really frustrating. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy. I'm just kind of rolling around to show you what the house looks like. This particular room I got off of the gallery because I wanted a sauna that was right next to the little gym that I created, and I apologize to whoever made that room for the sauna slash bathroom. I didn't take down the name of the person who created that, but I really like it, and it goes well with the whole gym theme down there. I have all three kids in one room, so I kind of made them each have their own individual shower, just because it makes it easier. for when they all have to take a shower when they go to bed or get up in the morning. Don't have to wander around looking for which one's available. It's the backyard. So right now my youngest is Eva, which would be A, B, C, D, E. So she's the 5th generation, which would mean I would be about half through this challenge. But I decided, like I said, to just make it a little harder on myself. And I like all the windows in the yard. Makes more light come through the house. It's really nice. Basically, I'm just going to go through a single day so you have some idea what's going on. And I'm probably not going to record all the time, but I will try to at least give you a video for each generation so you see what's going on with the family in the house in the meantime. I did just recently get the spooky stuff, so you can see the cute little ghosties, and there are some other Halloween decorations in the house. Everybody's pretty much off to school and work except for Mom, her name is Destiny. She is my athlete. I'm trying to get her maxed out in the professional athlete career. She's about halfway there. I'll just clean up the dishes a little bit while she's eating. This particular garbage can is awesome because you can actually make money by throwing stuff away in it. And you can see I have about 10,000 simoleons, and every time I have to pay my bills, that's about how much it is. So even though I've been able to improve my house and get all this great stuff, I really am pretty close to being broke every time I have to pay my bills. So that little bit from the garbage and whatever paintings I can sell really makes a big difference in helping to improve my lot here. Some more Halloweeny stuff. She has to use the bathroom before she goes to work. I just realized that I should probably follow her so you don't just have to sit there and stare at a bathroom for no reason. Sorry about that. I will get the hang of this recording thing. It's all still new to me.
Boy.
So this is Devin. That is her brother who moved out when he became a young adult. I always find it funny when the brothers come back to visit or they call, because they stay the same age when you move them out of the house. And I've been putting them as not played so that eventually I'll have a whole bunch of boys that I can play with at a later date, do all kinds of different things with them. They're all having different skills and ambitions and things. I'm going to show you a little bit of her family history here. Get in her genealogy. But the boys, it's funny because they say the same age, and the girls, of course, they become elders and eventually die, but the boys never grow old. They're all like Peter Pan's lost boys, which is funny. So I'm going through the girls so you can see all the way through all the different generations. And all the way up to Autumn. She's the one that started the whole family. I love that the genealogy goes up that high. I think it used to only show 2 or 3 generations, and then it's like they forgot who their ancestors were after their grandparents or something. But now it goes back further. She still has some time before work, so I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with her. Let's go jogging and show off a little bit of the surrounding area here. Do. Going jogging. So you can see this lot is quite big. There's a cow plant skeleton. One of the boys, I can't remember if it was Brendan or Bryce, was a landscaper when he was a teenager, and I had him go and catch a cow plant, which I was amazed how fast I caught it, because I've heard a lot of people have issues and they spend hours and hours, but he had that cow plant, and I decided to keep the skeleton. I don't know if you saw in the corner, I also have been keeping the gravestones of everyone as they pass away. It's a little boring watching her just run, so speed up a little bit. So I have kind of a little cemetery family plot in the backyard, and at night the ghosts come out and visit, which at first was just annoying because they would come and ruin all the toilets and bathtubs for some reason. That was like their favorite thing to do. And sometimes they still do that, but not nearly as much. Now it's kind of fun because the family actually interacts with their ghost relatives. She likes to be energized before she goes to work, so using the incense kind of helps improve the energy. It's my little cheat. A lot of times I'm too busy monitoring all the different people in the family. There are a lot of people in the family, and I forget to do that, but it seems to help her work performance. So if I have the time and I'm remember, then do the incense. Depending on which smell, it affects different moods. So you can play around with that and see what you like. She's so excited, and it smells good. That was the cinnamony one. So now she is going to work. She's got her cute little athlete outfit on. Bye! Now, all the kids should be coming home from school soon. There they are. Edward is a musician. He's learning to play guitar. But for now, I think he needs to do his homework. So let's have Edward do your homework. And then Ethan is my painter, and he really needs to do something fun, so let's have him paint. If you have the money and the space, I've figured out that painting is a lot easier to do paintings back to back if you have multiple easels. And when you're trying to do the painter career, you have to do a couple of them. You can't just do one painting to meet your performance goal. So I put 4 easels all next to each other, so when they finish one painting they can move on to the next one, because otherwise you have to wait until you sell or hang your current painting before you can paint the next one. And if you're busy doing something else, then your sim will just complete one painting and wander off and do something else and never complete that performance goal. So I usually have them do at least 2 in a row if I'm doing big ones. If they're doing small paintings, then I usually have to do 4, which is why I have the 4 easels. Eva is stressed out and smelly, so you have her eat and watch TV for a minute, and then she can take a shower after. Not quite sure what she's watching. Romance? I think it's romance. Yep. And then Edmund, when he's done with his homework, he's gonna need something to eat. So let's have him make everybody some grilled cheese. Ethan's still painting. He's getting hungry too, but he can wait till his brother is done making sandwiches and then he can have some of those. They are actually twins. They are the first set of twins I've ever had, which is pretty amazing since I've been playing for over a year now. I got Sims 4 on the day it started, and I was playing Sims 3 for a few months before Sims 4 came out, so kind of surprised it's my first ever set of twins. Oh, Dad's home from work. He needs to eat, and he needs to do something fun, so we'll watch TV until Edmund's done making dinner. Oh, she decided to take a bath instead of a shower. That's fine. You are so smelly. Not sure how well the stinky thing is coming off in the recording, but she has that smelly aura around her. It's like steamy, smoky stuff coming off her. It's pretty gross. See if he has to scrape. Nope. For only being level 1, that was pretty good. Of course, I didn't watch the whole thing. I love watching Sims learn how to cook because they do very silly stuff like scraping the pan and picking their ears and dropping stuff on the floor. Always makes me laugh. So he just told everybody to come eat dinner. Dad's coming. Is he almost done? Yep. He's getting there. Then he'll come eat. And Eva is coming. So much better now. She's all clean. And there's Ethan. That paint splattered tank top was actually unlocked by one of his painter ancestors. And when he became a teenager, I thought that was perfect for him. Talk to the family. Increase that social skill. We're looking a little low there. And now Edmund needs to have some fun. He's the guitarist, so after dinner he will go to the toilet and then practice his guitar. He loves to do that. He's getting pretty good at the guitar too. I had one of the ancestors was a writer, one was a painter, and now I'm doing him as a guitarist, and Eva is a violinist. I like to decorate the house with all the paintings. I forgot to show you. There's one wall with nothing but kids painting drawings, and then the rest is all paintings. She keeps asking him to go on a date, and I don't know why. Because he is a happily married man. She needs to leave him alone. He always says no, but she is very persistent. My musician says he needs to write some songs, and I'm not really sure how to do that. I've never done that before. So I just keep having him practice, and I'm hoping that once he gets to a high enough level, then he can write songs. I did look on the computer. I didn't see any way to do that. Uh-oh. Ethan's not feeling good. He better go get some medicine. Okay, upstairs. Find the computer and order some medicine. There it is. It always makes me laugh that they can order medicine from the computer, but they don't actually have to physically go there. It just magically appears in their inventory. Not quite sure how that works. Maybe it's like the new drones that deliver things to your house. But you still have to go to the computer to order it. You can't just think about it and it magically appears. I don't know. Oh, she's being so funny. Well, Dad has to fill out his reports. He's a businessman. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to max out that career before he gets old and dies, but I always try and max out every career and get A grades and have everyone do as best as they can. One of the things that's hard on this legacy challenge is that you have to have everyone with a normal lifespan, and in all my other gameplay I do the longest lifespan possible, and even with the longest lifespan possible, sometimes it's hard to max everything out. So with the short or normal, which for me is short lifespan, it's really difficult, especially if you have multiple kids and family members with things going on all the time. It's easier when there's only like 2 or 3 people in the house. Mom needs some dinner, and she is super tense from work, so let's have her go in that awesome sauna someone made us. He has that computer, I think it's a word processor, from the ancestor that was a writer. And everybody, it's just about bedtime. I usually have everyone go to bed around 11. Makes it easier if I can get them all to go to bed at the same time. Some of them are stubborn and don't listen as well as others, but this particular household seems to be pretty good about doing what I want them to. Sometimes I just leave them alone and watch. It's like my own little soap opera. They do whatever they want, but I still try and complete all their daily tasks and goals so that they can get the good grades and the promotions at work. All the toys outside, the pirate ship and the monkey bars, were all for Destiny because I knew I wanted her to be an athlete from the time she was a little kid, so I told her to be an athletic kid, and then it made it easier for her to be an athletic adult. I have Dad doing the upgrades and repairs around the house, and I think that new pumpkin carving station is based on handiness skill. So I think once it gets closer to Halloween, then I will have him make a bunch of pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, and hopefully they'll look really cool. So we are just wrapping everything up. Speed up, speed up, speed up. Do your work. Do your homework. Go to bed. Yeah. Okay, you. I've had enough. You go to bed too. And go to bed. And okay, you finish your homework first. And you stop talking. Go to bed. Go to bed. Everybody go to bed. Going to bed. And Ethan, are you done with your homework yet? Oh, good. Okay, you go to bed too. Hurry up. Okay, good night. Oh, there's Autumn's ghost. She came. I think she was gonna crawl in bed. She does that a lot. She'll come at night and crawl into someone else's bed. But it's been fun. I will talk to you all later. Bye.